A once in a lifetime explosion is about to reveal a new star in the sky. Any night now, a new star or supernova will appear in the night sky, and while it won't set the sky ablaze, it's a special opportunity to see a rare event that's usually difficult to predict in advance. So, if we see this in the sky, I wonder if it's what effect it will have on us. Now, the star in question is T Corona Borealis, TCRB for short, T Corbor for short. It lies in the constellation of the Northern Crown, prominent in the Northern Hemisphere, but also visible in the northern sky from Australia and Aotearoa, New Zealand, over the next few months. Most of the time, T Corbor, which is 3,000 light years away, is much too faint to be seen, but once every 80 years or so, it brightly erupts. A brand new star suddenly seems to appear, although not for long. Just a few nights later, it will have rapidly faded, disappearing back into the darkness. A burst of life. During the prime of their lives, stars are powered by nuclear fusion reactions deep inside their cores. Most commonly, hydrogen is turned into helium, creating enough energy to keep the star stable and shining for billions of years. But T Corvor is well past its prime. It is now a stellar remnant known as a white dwarf. Its internal nuclear fire has been quenched, allowing gravity to dramatically compress the dead star. T Corvor has also a stellar companion, a red giant, that has puffed up as it enters old age. The white dwarf mops up the swollen red giant's gas, and this forms what's known as an accretion disk around the dead star. The matter keeps piling up on the star that's already compressed to its limits, forcing a continual rise in pressure and temperature. Conditions become so extreme, they mimic what once would have been found inside a star's core. Its surface ignites in a runaway thermonuclear reaction. And when this happens, the energy released makes T Corvor shine 1,500 times brighter than usual. And here on Earth, it briefly appears in the sky. With this dramatic reset, the star has then expelled the gas, and the cycle can begin all over again. How do we know this is due to happen? T Corvor is the brightest of a rare class of recurrent nova that repeat within 100 years, a time scale that allows astronomers to detect their recurrent nature. Only 10 recurrent nova are currently known, although more nova may be recurrent, just on much greater timescales that are not as easily tracked. The earliest known date of T Corvor erupting is from the year 1217, based on observations recorded in a medieval monastic chronicle. It's remarkable that astronomers can now predict its eruption so precisely as long as the nova follows its usual pattern. The star's two most recent eruptions in 1866 and 1946 showed the exact same features. About 10 years prior to the eruption, T Corvor's brightness increased a little, known as a high state, followed by a short fading or dip about a year out of the explosion. T Corvor entered its high state in 2015, and the pre-eruption dip was spotted in March 2023, setting astronomers on alert. What causes these phenomena are just some of the current mysteries surrounding T Corvor. But how can I see it? Stargazing now? It's a good idea to get used to seeing Corona Borealis as it is now, so that you get the full impact of the new star. Corona Borealis currently reaches its best observation position, known as meridian transit, around 8:30 in the evening to 9 o'clock in the evening local time across Australia. And Aotearoa, the farther north you are located, the higher the constellation will be in the sky. The nova is expected to be a reasonable brightness magnitude 2.5, but as bright as Imaea Delta Crucis, the fourth brightest star in the Southern Cross. So it will be easy to see even from a city location if you know where to look. We don't have much time. We won't have long once it goes off. The maximum brightness will only last a few hours. Within a week, T Corbor will have faded and you'll need binoculars to see it. It almost certainly will be an amateur astronomer that alerts the professional community to the moment when T Corbor outbursts. These dedicated and knowledgeable people routinely monitor stars from their backyards on the chance of what if, and therefore fill an important gap in night sky observations. The American Association of Variable Star Observing, AAVSO, has a log of over 270,000 submitted observations on T Corbor alone. Amateur astronomers are collaborating here and around the world to continually monitor T Corbor for the first signs of eruption. Hopefully the nova will erupt as expected sometime before October, because after that the corona borealis leaves our evening sky in the southern hemisphere. And this is from the conversation here under Creative Commons by Tanya Hill, Senior Curator, Astronomy, Museum of Victoria, Honorary Fellow, University of Melbourne, Museums Victoria Research Institute, and Amanda Caracas, Associate Professor, School of Physics and Astronomy, Monash University, on Science Alert. Please leave your comments and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.